Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. In today's episode, it is the final one in our egg to chicken series. Today, as you've worked out by the title, we are going to be dealing with the males. The male cockerels that are not required and that are going to be harvested now for food. The main reason why we are harvesting them is because they are crossbreed cockerels. You can't even give them away to live a life out because there's practically nobody that will take them. And because the year is 2020, the whole world is aflush with cockerels. That lots of people who had their furlough and everything else thought, oh, I'll hatch out some eggs, I won't get any cockerels, and then ended up with a load of cockerels. So yeah, the world's awash with them. But this is a thing that we do anyway. We harvest the cockerels and we turn them into food for us. It's all part of the process. There is an old saying, I think I said it at the start of this little series and I will say it now: don't hatch unless you are prepared to dispatch. Now, this is the easiest way of dispatch that I know, and the easiest kind. It's easier doing it on a large bird than it is doing it on a small bird, because that really gets to you. And the method we are going to be using today is the method called the broomstick method. There are lots of methods, lots of different ways of doing it, and there are many different ways that you will see on YouTube. Lots of them in America, they use what's called the killing cone. That's not recommended in the UK, and you'll see other ones from Asia and other places where they do some very questionable things. So the broomstick method is what is recommended because that involves neck extension and disconnection. So we're going to extend the neck and we're going to disconnect the neck from the body. So if you're not prepared, don't watch this video because I'm going to go all the way through it. There's no monetization on this video, so don't worry, I'm not earning off of it. But if you're not prepared to watch because I'm going to go through the whole thing, then please turn off now and I won't hold it against you. So what you need is you need a broomstick, just a wooden broomstick. Don't use the metal ones, don't use the plastic ones. The metal ones, if you put them across your knee, they will break very easily and they will bend. The same with the plastic ones. The last thing you want is a pole which is going to bend and break. Next thing you want is you want a bit of ground that's a bit solid. Ideally you do it over concrete. Unfortunately I don't have any concrete here, so I'm going to be doing it on the dirt, but I've chosen a bit of dirt that is quite solid. You need it to be solid because it's going to hold your bird down. So I'll briefly explain what's going to happen and how we're going to do it, and then I'll go through and I will do it. If you look closely, you see I've got another camera set up so it records everything for you today. So let's go in, let's have a look. We've got 3 cockerels to do today. I won't show you every single one. And they were locked away in here last night. They haven't been fed at all since yesterday. The reason being is because that then leaves all of the croup and everything else empty. So they're going to be clean birds when it comes to the butchery process. So they're locked away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one at a time. I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to bring it out here. The reason why we bring it away is because where they do the involuntary flap, that then can scare the other birds and alert the other birds that there might be an issue or a problem or something else like that. So I'm going to bring the bird out here, I'm going to hold it. You'll be able to see all of this, I'll put it all on camera. And then basically, you hold the bird by its back legs and its head, let me put you down. So, if you imagine this is the bird, I know this is a very, 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 very stupid way of explaining it, but it's the easiest way to explain it when I'm trying to hold a camera and do everything else at the same time. So if you imagine this is the bird, you're going to hold its back legs, and when you hold its back legs, its head will actually rest down on the ground. The back of the bird's head, as it comes up, its eyes there is a lump on the back of its head, and what you do is you place the broomstick over the back of that lump. You then place one foot on either side, and holding the bird's legs, you just extend. So if I show you like this, so I would place my feet over like that, the bird's head is in the middle underneath there, and you just extend its legs, and as you extend its legs, that extends its neck and it breaks its neck, and it's all over very, very quickly, and the bird dies. The bird does flap about quite a bit, but that's only natural, and that happens after death. What I will then do is I'll then tie its legs together and I'll hang the bird up, so as the blood can then gather down in the cavity we just created. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to do the last few bits to finalise everything and get it all together, and then we'll go through and we'll do one. Right, so the whole process of this, your aim is to be as quick and as calm and as painless as you possibly can be. You don't want to be wound up, you don't want to be worked up. You just want to do it quickly and calmly and just go bish bash bosh. So because my camera is a handheld camera, and I'm actually holding it, see, there's one hand and there's the other hand, I don't have anywhere I can put it down just to hold it. So there are times where you're not going to see absolutely everything of me catching the bird, carrying the bird and whatever, but that's because I've got a handheld camera and the other one's set up on the tripod. So right, let's begin. We'll catch one bird. Okay, so it looks as though the thingy that holds my camera has gone dead. So I've just caught the bird, just brought him over, and now we're going to go through with it. So I'm going to flip over to the other camera so as you're able to see what I do, because you won't be able to see it from this camera, unfortunately. And that's it. That is it, done, complete. Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly how long that took, but my counter on my GoPro is at 9 minutes, so it's less than 9 minutes that's taken to do all 3 birds. So they're all done. It was that quick, it was that simple, that less amount of noise, taking them straight out of the coop, bringing them over and sorting them out. So yeah, just to reiterate, a good stick, good pair of boots, a good bit of ground, and you'll be well away. It's the sort of thing that you do the first time and you always wonder if you get it right. The thing that I always like to make sure is that when you pull it and you think it's done it, but then you pull it a little bit more and there's like a release, and you're going from pulling and then bosh, you're able to pull a bit more. There are times with smaller birds that the head does actually come off, so if you're a little bit squeamish, just watch out for that. Otherwise, it's the most humane way that I know of just being able to kill the birds quickly, easily, and without any hassle whatsoever. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy this sort of thing, please do hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment down below. As I said, I explained at the start, I'm not monetizing this, so you know, if you haters have got to hate, then you've got to hate. But just understand I'm doing this as an educational way of explaining to people how I deal with excess cockerels and how I put them into my freezer so as they can be eaten. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.